Welcome, Ophiuchus. It is Sachi, and we are here to do some shamanic shifting where we look at your current energy, look at what your goal is, and then look how we can take your current energy and transmute it into your manifestation goal. Just a friendly reminder that the top two videos with the most likes do get a bonus reading, and whoever comes in first also gets the extended for free for the regular and the bonus reading. So if this resonates, please remember to hit that like button. You guys are 4th this month. This is the highest that you've ever been. So congratulations, Ophiuchus. You are making your way up. All right, let's hop to it. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had the Two of Pentacles in reverse, Justice, the Wheel, and One of Pentacles. So what this was telling me is that there was some sort of imbalance in some sort of way. It kind of feels like you didn't have all the necessary ingredients for a particular thing, specifically in the physical. It could also be some sort of partnership. Then we have Justice coming out, which is very similar to the Two of Pentacles. Justice is, karmic repercussions, karmic justice, like things that are, you get what is coming towards you in a good way and a bad way. And I do feel like justice was served in some sort of way. In this deck, Justice is a little bit different. As you see, she sort of has this wry smile, like she is going to get what is hers. And again, it feels more like a positive energy. And then we have the Wheel. So clearly something is moving forward. It feels like you're sort of transitioning to a new stage in life. That's what this deck specifically points to, is sort of, the child, maiden, mother, crone cycle. So it definitely feels like you're moving into a new era of your life. And it's one of more justice than balance, if that makes sense. And then we have the One of Pentacles. So we had Two of Pentacles in reverse, so clearly something wasn't balanced, and boom, now we're at the One of Pentacles, which is kind of starting from scratch in some sort of way. This could also be a new physical opportunity, a new, a gift of money, or a new job opportunity, or whatever it may be. But again, it does feel like you're sort of starting from scratch, but in a new era. We have Trainer, single strike, Scroll of the Fanged Dragon in reverse. So Trainer indicates somebody else's energy. And because we have the Scroll of the Fanged Dragon coming out in reverse, it feels like there was a lot of dense energy about this. Either this person couldn't take the dense energy, or it's possible that you couldn't take like their dense energy, but there was an inability to sort of take the density of whatever connection that happened. And again, that could be the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Things just didn't really balance out physically. And then we have Spritzy using Fairy Wind. So again, fairy types are soul contracts. You do this, I do that, right? We have tons of different soul contracts: friends, lovers, pets, the mailman, right? These are all different types of soulmate relationships. Fairy Wind is an attack that means that there are tons, it's like a wind that brings in tons of new soulmate relationships towards you. So you have this whole fairy wind of new soulmate relationships coming in. And with Vigoroth using Shatter, it seems like there is going to be some previous communication style or whatever that is completely shattered. Again, you're starting a new era. This is a new, totally new energy here. And, vigor has to do with your, your strength and your energy. And then it kind of has this sort of survival mechanism to it, even when we consider it sort of in the natural world. So it does seem like something is being completely shattered. And then we have Tora Cat with Fire Fang in reverse. So again, we have Fang Dragon in reverse and Fire Fang coming out in reverse. So I feel like it's like losing fangs in a way. And Tora Cat definitely gives me sort of Leo vibe. So it's possible that you might be attracting Leos at this time. But anyway, that's what was coming up in the cleansing ceremony. Could be your own Leo energy. So your own ego, sense of self, identity. All right, so as I mentioned, Ophiuchus, what we are going to do is take a look at your current energy, look at what you are trying to manifest or what your goal is at this time, and then see how we can take your current energy and transmute it to your goal. So let's see what your current energy, Ophiuchus. It's weird. I was feeling this energy of like, I don't want to put the energy in. That's what it felt like. We have the Queen of Swords and the Hanged Man in reverse. So I kind of feel like you've gotten burnt in the past and you don't want to get burnt again. So you're afraid of putting in a certain amount of energy into something. With the Hanged Man in reverse, you know you're not at a dead end. It's not like you're giving up or anything like that. But again, look at the Queen of Wands. She's like, hey, don't touch that. You know, it's going to hurt you. How does she know? Because she's gotten burnt. So it does feel like you're sort of, it's like I feel like both of these people are you. It's kind of like you're reparenting yourself. So you've vowed to not make the same mistakes again, to not get burnt like you have in the past. But again, it kind of feels like you got burnt so much, maybe you're a little burnt out right now. Let's see, what's the light energy here? All right, coming out stuck to the Hanged Man, we have Golurk using Reinforced Punch and Megaton Fall. So yeah, I feel like you fell for someone with Megaton Fall, like you fell for a certain person and you got burnt by that situation. And with Reinforced Punch, I feel like, you know, the third eye has to do with the mental state. So it feels like your mind might be kind of beating you up a little bit. But again, it feels like you're trying to nurture your inner teen almost. It's like you're reparenting yourself to not fall for someone like you did when you were a teenager, or that's like just the energy I'm really feeling here. With Golurk here, it feels like perhaps you, your mental state has sort of been lurking on the past, lurking, you know, kind of like, kind of creeping on your own memories, if that makes sense, of things that have happened in the past. It says there's a theory that inside Golurk is a perpetual motion machine that produces limitless energy, but this belief hasn't been proven. So again, I feel like there is this energy about like your beliefs and the way that they're influencing your energy. And again, it's like you're fully aware that you have unlimited energy, right? It's like, you know, with your spiritual power, your Kundalini, you are an unlimited, you know, perpetual, unlimited energy machine sort of thing. But right now, that's not really necessarily being embodied. And that's okay, right? We all need rest. But again, I do kind of feel this energy of, yeah, feeling a little bit burnt out. Let's see what's this shadow. Going to the Hanged Man, we have Skarmory using metal arms. So Skarmory definitely gives me, you know, swords energy. So again, it has to do with, you know, mental state, communication, and things that are on the, you know, in the shadow. Metal arms, I also take, it's the armor bird Pokemon. And, you know, when you're sort of up in arms, or you have metal arms or armor on, it's because you can be quite defensive. And this is a steel type, which represents sort of protecting your aura. So it looks like, you know, in the light, there's a lot of psychic energy, right? What you're thinking about, where your mind is. In the shadow, you are being very protective of your, you know, unseen energy, of your psychic energy itself. It says its body is draped in steel armor. It looks heavy, but it can fly at speeds up to 185 miles an hour. Yeah, and you know that the situation that you're moving through is a little bit heavy, but you are still able to navigate pretty swiftly through whatever this is. All right, let's see here. What's your goal? Two of Pentacles. Okay, so we saw it was in reverse in the cleansing ceremony. So what you want to do is actually reach this Two of Pentacles, which traditionally the Two of Pentacles, you know, it denotes your own masculine and feminine energy being balanced when it comes to physicality. That is, you know, your housing situation, your relationship with material items, your relationship with money, your career, your health, right? Anything that's in the material realm. In this deck specifically, she's making something, right? She has the help of her little, you know, house brownie, I'll say, which is like a type of fae folk, I guess I would just describe them as. And so it kind of represents, you know, yes, she has all the ingredients, she's doing it on her own, but she does have sort of these divine spiritual helpers. So I definitely feel this energy of, one, like having all the ingredients that you need in order to create whatever it is that you want to create. But two, I also feel like you want a helper. It doesn't necessarily have to be a physical person, but it does seem like you want help from something or someone. Let's see, what's the light energy here? Oh, and there, what do you know? Trainer Rapid Strike Style Mustard. So it's like, you have a little friend, right? Trainer indicates somebody else's energy. It's like, here is, you know, your friend Mustard adding a little bit of, you know, spice to the ingredients. So it's like, you know, you're expecting them to, you know, bring the condiments, not necessarily that they're providing everything, but just sort of an addition to it, if that makes sense. And then we have Gliscor using Poison Jab. So, you know, with Poison Jab, this is a fighting type energy. And Mustard used to be the leader of the, not the Pokemon League, but the, like, regional champion. But he ended up leaving, and, so his partner Pokemon had passed away. And so maybe there's someone who's passed away that maybe you might be wanting to sort of get more in touch with. However, his partner Pokemon passed away, and then he recognized, like, okay, it's time for me to give up my title as champion, and he handed it over to his grandchild, and then he decided to move to an island and open a dojo, right? And so again, it's this aspect of like the next phase of life, right? And so it feels like that's kind of where you are. You want the ingredients for the new stage of life that you are entering in, which again, it's going to look very different than the last stage of life that you were in. With Poison Jab, I mean, it definitely gives me scorpionic energy here, and Gliscor is like a vampiric type energy. So it feels like you are going to be sort of transmuting this poisonous energy into something greater. Let's see what it says. Yeah, it's called the Fanged Scorpion Pokemon. So that gives Scorpio energy and that vampiric energy. So it's kind of like, it's interesting because I'm getting this energy. You see how he's like pouring in just a little bit of water? There is this energy of like just a little bit of, you know, poison is going to help with the next thing. And I don't mean poison in a bad way. Like, you know, for example, if you know, like, you know how you can like take tiny, tiny bits of poison and then it actually like builds your immunity over time. That's kind of what it feels. Obviously, you know, you should not, absolutely not be dealing with any actual poisons. Okay. Disclaimer, don't do that. But it's kind of like mustard, right? Maybe you're just going to try the tiniest little bit of mustard in your, recipe. And then, you know, slowly as you are eating, you know, a little bit of mustard every now and again, then if someone were to give you a bunch of mustard, you know, you'd be fine. You'd be able to handle it, sort of thing. So I kind of feel like of a dosing energy sort of here. Let's see what it says. It says, it observes prey while hanging inverted from branches. When the chance presents itself, it swoops. So it feels like this is sort of an opportune moment energy. And again, the poison energy is a necessity to transmute to something else. So it's like you're turning poison into antidote through whatever you are doing over time, right? And then when the time is right, boom, you're swooping. So again, it kind of feels like, you know, there's this transition, you know, for example, if you're mustard, you know that you're gonna go and open a dojo somewhere. You may not be exactly sure what this next stage is, but it's pretty obvious that it's coming. And again, when the time is there, you'll be ready to swoop. And again, you'll have all of the ingredients and the assistance of a helper when that time comes. It also talks about Gliscor, you know, hanging upside down, which definitely gives Hanged Man energy. So there is this energy of recognizing something's at a dead end and it's really come to a halt. And again, right here, where you are now, it's not quite there yet, right? You're not at that dead end. You're not in the Hanged Man energy. But what you're striving to be is to completely, you know, abandon that path and go on a new one here. All right, let's see what's the shadow. Fusion Strike energy. What do you know? You have a lot of like Rapid Strike, Fusion Strike. We also saw Single Strike in the cleansing ceremony. So with this coming out, it kind of wants to go more towards where you are now. It's kind of in reverse, but also kind of stuck. It feels like it's supposed to be stuck though. And so this represents your entire chakra system, right? From the root all the way to your crown and even above the causal chakra and those higher dimensional chakras, but specifically, you know, the main 7 energy centers. And so it feels like this upgrade is really upgrading your entire being. And again, it feels like that is part of this, this transmutation of the poison jab that you are moving through, right? And transmuting that energy. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Let's see what Mother Moon would like to say. As I mentioned, we are going to see what we can do to take your current energy and transmute it to your goal. We have meditate and contemplate coming out stuck, new moon in Pisces. Adjustments are required, 3rd quarter moon, and step out of your comfort zone, North Node. So we just saw that South Node energy, right? Which is don't let the past hold you back. The past is this lesson that you've already learned that you've gotten burnt by. Yes, you haven't stepped into the new energy. You know that you want to. You know that when the moment strikes that you're going to, you know, rapidly strike and take that opportunity. But it is going to require you to step out of your comfort zone. And maybe right now it's hard for you to get out of your comfort zone because we see that your third eye is sort of reinforcing, you know, the pain that you have experienced in the past. And we see that you need to meditate and contemplate, and adjustments are required. So it seems like from your current energy, you do need to do some adjusting, and a lot of it has to do with Piscean energy, which is all about spiritual alignment, spiritual beliefs. It's also, you know, other dimensional helpers, you know, accessing other dimensions, the astral realm, dreams, sleeping, all this sort of, you know, existential reality sort of, truth with big T sort of thing. So it does look like there are some adjustments. So we are going to see what those adjustments are in the extended. If you would like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below. It is available for Eagle and Phoenix members, and I hope to see you there.